Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday, October the 10th. Rest in peeps, pops. Miss you, love you. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and futures are doing quite well. We have held yesterday's run. We're up fractionally over on the NQ, over on the ES, 9 points, 35 points. Holding this big 43.67.23 over on the futures. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, nothing whatsoever bearish, not only about our current scenario, but as I began the month of October with the preview, as nothing to be bearish about heading into this month, into the end of the month, into my mom's birthday, which is the end of the month, October 31. Futures, doing okay. Bring it over here and look, the Nikkei up 2%. Granted, they had a day off on Monday, up 2%. The FTSE is up 1.5% as well as the DAX. So, again, supporting that there is nothing to be bearish about. You want to have your financialjuice.com website tab open and click on your tick strike and listen to the markets while you are trading. No, that is not a paid promotion. It's a free website. So today we have Pearly, Bostic, Villeroy. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Biden speaks about Israel. Then you've also got Fed's Waller, and you got Cash Carry at 3 o'clock. After the close, you got Fed's Daily. Doesn't mean anything. Tomorrow, we have PPI. We have the FOMC minutes. Then we go into Thursday, where we have CPI, and CPIs have been beating across the board everywhere you look. You need to shut the fuck up, man. I'm making a video. Fucking cat asking to go outside. So, Taco Tuesday. Where are we at? 2 green closes in a row. Getting 3 is not impossible. It's not even as rare as it was, but it is rare getting 3 in a row. Something to take note of. We are positive on the month. Once again, hadn't been positive on the month since the end of July. Going to go back to that in a little bit here. Got our first retracement completely closed above over here on Monday, 4308.64 over on the SPX. And we took out the full moon possible high from September 29th, my birthday, by hitting that 43.41.73 yesterday and closing above 43.33.15. So again, the full moon is in. Absolutely nothing to disturb you about. Should I get into puts and go lower? No. Puts are to be played for those that are willing to take shots, willing to take gambles, willing to take, let's see if I can get one here. You are in buy the dip mode going into the end of this month. Get that in your head. So here we are on the SPX, looking at the lows that we had 1 week ago today, Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, last week. The big jobs report dip, and you can basically look at this as being almost a flat. It almost looks corrective. Huge move there on Friday, overnight gap down yesterday on the weekend, fractional dip, right back to our old resistance area, 5, and then the run up to this major cluster. You got the 43.43, you got your 43.40, and you have your 43.37. Ran right up. Here you go. I mean, you can't get better than this. Right to it, said, "Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I used energy to get up here. Unfortunately, I'll see you guys in a couple of days because I got to go get myself a little bit of a bounce." Now, when we talk about getting a bounce, let's go over here and look at this. The SPX, we are looking at 43.79 and 42.92 for your +1 and -1%. 436.61, 428 more or less over on your SPY. It's not why I brought you here. I brought you here because I spent the time to go through my data and rip out nothing but Tuesdays, going back to the October lows of 2022 and only pulling out Tuesdays. Why do we call it Taco Tuesday? Well, in this column right here, if you can zoom your eyes in or create it yourself and do your own homework, you will see there is a plethora of red in this column, and that's because Taco Tuesday. Tuesdays love to sell down. Now, we had a green Tuesday on August 29th, and if you remember how we were heading into that big bounce off of August, that Tuesday was catastrophic for those that were bearish. Big run right up there, +1% day on that Taco Tuesday. Have not had a green Taco Tuesday since July. Are we due to get one today where we close above our open, close above yesterday's close? Plausible, possible, but it is Taco Tuesday. So Taco Tuesdays, that's the reason it's called that. There is a gamble in all of us that loves to play the dip. Bullish April and May, actually not bullish, more supportive, big Taco Tuesdays. February, big drop during February, can't pull that against it, big Taco Tuesdays. Started the year off with a Taco Tuesday, January 3. So be careful how you expose yourself, but regardless of that, we are going up. All right. And the up, I'll show you here why it's so simple to see where we've got. We're at a major triple top area here and a beautiful, if you want to be a chart person, inverted head and shoulders where we had our dip, our bounce up to that 43.37, our drop lower, and here we are with a beautiful W. Energy. That's the question. Do you have the energy to break out that completely? If you do, if we do get a break above this, if we do, we're looking at that 43.73, the gap bottom that I had spoken about. 43.73, and that will be undoubtedly, if we do not have any kind of a dip, where we are going to bottom. And you can see it a little bit easier when you look at it from a closer point of view, where we look here at our jobs. We're going rough. We're not going to the penny, but we're going right there. And boom, where does it come out? 43.90. Rough drawing. 43.90 right in the middle of that big gap. And as you can see there, that 43.73.87 is crystal clear for where that drop gap in the bottom of it is. You spent too much time on SPX. Move on, man. Come on. Okay, here's the VIX. The VIX, this is your weekend gap. The VIX weekend gap never filled yesterday. Pretty interesting. You did get your drop below 1811, but you did not get a fill on the VIX gap. So obviously want to be a little bit cautious about this. And no, it is not the time to be getting into calls. QQQ, bang, bang, bang. Right to that minus 10% line here overnight, right to that minus 10% line this morning. Minus 10% from the all-time highs, 367.84. As I said, I'm expecting that we see 370s this week. Again, energy, a little bit too much to the upside for a tiny little dip is all we're talking about. Trap some bears, and then move on into OPEX week, CPI, and everything else. And here's your view over here on SPY. So SPY, again, same thing. Got that 431.98. Here you are at this big 433.25, which is the retrace from the big drop over in October of last year. Still have our upside target 434.37, and then we start going into that gap. So moving forward, it's pretty well designed that we are looking at a continuation to the upside as we progress into the month. Dips to be bought, PPI tomorrow, Taco Tuesday today, CPI on Thursday, earnings begin on Friday. Have a beautiful morning, have a great afternoon, and eat some fucking tacos. 'Cause it's Taco Tuesday.